All right, good afternoon, everybody. So I figured it's about time. 10,000 miles, so go ahead and show off the bike. It is the classic 2024 Ninja 500, that 40th anniversary livery. Just wanted to show the bike, show you what I'm working with, yeah, and kind of get this channel kicked off, so everybody can see where we're starting and where we're going. As you can see, we have a few aftermarket things. Most of it is just for visual appeal. You got the lever guards, took off the bar ends. This has been tipped over or in an accident, so these have actually held up pretty well. I really just bought them just because I think they look good. I haven't done any track, not planning on racing, so I don't really need the protection. There's lane filtering in Arizona that we can do, but for the most part, they're really just there for looks. I got the adjustable levers, also a little Amazon special here. Have been actually pretty great for teaching the fiance how to ride. Also, her hands are a little bit shorter, so I've been able to adjust it for her settings, and it is kind of actually nicer. They're easier to pull in, a little bit shorter, and just a lot nicer in my opinion looking than the stock ones. As you can see, the frame slider's missing. We went with the roll cage. Like I said, I have been in an accident, unfortunately. So when I had to change the frame sliders, it was only $20 more to get the cage, or the little engine guard. So I figured I'd get that. They don't stick out that much farther than the frame guards did, and adds a little bit more protection. Went with a few different mirrors. So far the stock ones are the best, only because I do enjoy being able to see what's behind me. I like to actually see if there's cops or people or something coming up behind me. The no mirror thing isn't my style. Could be just because I'm a little bit older, and I like to know what's going on around me. But yeah, let's see. We got that Leo Vinci slip-on. Only did the slip-on for now just because there is the warranty. So the slip-on and the bolt-on stuff doesn't void out the manufacturer warranty, but if I do a full exhaust, it does. And also, once you do a full exhaust, you have to do an ECU tune. So I haven't done that yet. Again, because of the warranty, I can hold off on a little bit. I don't necessarily ride this thing to its full potential where it sits now. So other than just audio appeal, and just small things, also you get the ignition timing and throttle sensitivity and stuff that come with it, but what's waiting a couple years in order to do that. By then I'll be used to where it's at, and then anything that I do from there will actually feel like an upgrade just because I've been riding it for so long. As you can see, there's the damage. You might say to yourself, now why didn't you fix it? Well, because I do know those parts are in. I've just been too lazy to replace them, and in order to file an insurance claim on it, then my premium would go up. Wasn't really worth it. Could I have gotten a new bike? From what I've seen around, I probably could have got a new bike, but I like this one just the way it is. And it just shows, shit happens. We'll get into the details of what exactly happened, but it was a little bit more damage. Cracked the radiator, had to replace the radiator. So it was down for about a month and a half while the whole radiator fiasco happened. Post office lost the first one. eBay wouldn't refund my money. Had to buy a second one. But, it is what it is. So I've owned the bike since November. Didn't really start riding it until January. I used to travel out of town a lot for work. So the opportunity to ride wasn't really there. As soon as I bought the bike, I did give the car back though, so it is my daily transportation. It is my enjoyment. It is my hobby. It is what I do on my free time. I do believe in building skills. It is a 500. Like I said, it is currently at, so we've been riding for about 7 months, and I'm currently at 10,171 miles. And I still believe that I have a lot more to go before I get a bigger bike. The boredom thing hasn't really set in. Maybe if I only wanted to go in straight lines and wanted to go fast, I could see how 120 something might get a little boring after a while. However, being a little bit older, I'm into a little bit different things. I believe in like the skill of being able to ride your bike, how to slow down, how to maneuver, canyons, weight, trail braking. There's a lot of skills that come before I feel like I need a bigger bike. To each his own. That's just me. I'm not really influenced by social media and everybody saying that needs to get 1,000 or need to go faster. Because I am older, I do understand that there's a large amount of skill set that comes, and you should learn that on a bike that's fun, manageable, and that you could reach the maximum potential for before you go up to something else. Like I said, I'm nowhere close to the maximum potential. Been doing a lot of like training. I got a lot of really good friends that have been riding bikes for a long time. I've done a lot of track days, have been ins and outs of motorcycles. So I do a lot of canyons, a lot of twisties, long rides, 200, 300, 400 mile rides, day rides. So far, just building the skills, and this is the bike. You know, 10,000 miles in about 7 months of riding isn't too bad. I was really hoping to hit the 12,000 mark. Was really hoping to hit like the 14 or 15,000 mark by the year. Just a goal I had set for myself. But so far, loving the bike, not trading in, hopefully getting a track day in on it or a track weekend at Podium down in Casa Grande come Halloween time. But yeah, so this is it. This is the bike. This is where the story began. And let's just see where we can go from here. Hopefully the next time you guys actually get a side view of the vehicle, I'm actually going to replace that. I got these in. I'm just lazy right now. I got some new turn signals that are LEDs that have the running lights on it. There is neon on it, and that's just because, again, I'm old. I don't really do it for like the look or the show. More or less riding at nighttime, I can throw the LED underglow on that's white, lights up the bike pretty good, just makes me extra visible. So we'll go ahead and do the cold start. I'm sure everybody's heard the LV10 cold start, but what's a bike review without a cold start? During the day, like when I go home now, it does like to shift into neutral. Seeing how Kawasaki is supposed to be a positive neutral, as in it doesn't allow you to shift, it's not supposed to allow you to shift into neutral when riding. It is kind of annoying, and sometimes it doesn't like to find neutral. Usually I find though if I shut it off, turn it back on, it has no problem. So I'm not sure if that's just either the clutch, since the clutch do have some problem, that Ninja 400 issue, where if you're learning and you ride it a lot, the clutch springs tend to go out, which cause the rest of it to go out. But you can upgrade it with some sportier or sturdier springs, and that seems to fix the issue. But other than that, man, I don't really have any complaints about this bike. It's quick, it's fun, gets me through the canyons, probably faster, quicker than a lot of the 600s or 700s or 1000s that are up there. As long as there's no straights, I have no problem keeping up. And just learning how to ride, you know. I make sure I stay within 80% of my skill level, because it is a twisty canyon roads. There's a lot of things that come into precaution. It's not just about being quick, but taking the right line, so I have the ability to move, maneuver, and make sure that anything happens, if there's any rocks in the road, deer, javelina, turkey, those kind of things, that I have the ability to swerve. But yeah, man, this is my joy, this is my love. And hopefully you guys watch me as the bike and I grow. As the skill grows, we'll hit a first track day. We'll do a little bit about me here pretty soon, and the point of the channel here pretty soon. But got a little chicken strip going on right there. I'll have to fix that eventually. We'll see. You know, maybe I shouldn't even be riding. I got all that room right there on the tire. But yeah, thanks for joining in. Ninja 500 2024 40th anniversary. A little over 10,000 miles. Just broke in. So come join me as I grow, build the skills, and we enjoy this thing, not just recklessly, but learn the skills to make sure we have riding longevity. If you're thinking about getting a bike and you're not sure, regardless of the age, get the bike. It's better to buy the bike, do it, and decide you don't like it and sell it than it is to never buy it and always wish you had.